This is the first part of 3 of the Creepypasta story, Anna's Gift. Don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe.
In the spring of 2005, Altoona High School held its yearly spring talent show. The events that took place that night have no explanation. After hundreds of man-hours of forensic investigation, dozens of autopsies, and help from big city police crime scene investigators from Pittsburgh, the police are no closer to an answer as to what happened. Detectives actually have little to work with in regards to evidence. Dead bodies don't have much to say, unfortunately. Witness statements were far and few between. Each witness statement contradicted the last. It doesn't help when the very few witnesses that had anything substantial to say ended up dying. Whether it be by suicide or car accidents, all those close enough to recall the events of that night were dying off quickly. Some did not die. For example, firefighter and first responder Tim Collins complained of nightmares at first. Tim turned to the booze and oxys at an attempt of self-medication. Tim's issues were manageable until he began to have hallucinations, both auditory and visual. One night, Tim attacked Jessie, his 14-year-old daughter, with a tire iron. Tim claims that Jessie wouldn't turn down the music. Jessie was found in her room, beaten to death, along with her mother Joyce. Tim's misfortune is one of many real-life horror stories that began on that April night. But we are not here to tell those stories. We are here to tell one story. From what could be gathered from the evidence that fills over a dozen file cabinets and what little could be learned from witness reports, there is one single thread of commonality. There is one person that is uniformly mentioned throughout the investigation. Her name is Anna. This is a compilation of accounts from the Altoona Police Department's most reliable witnesses. What you are about to hear is shocking, to say the least. Is this a story that has been exaggerated to create a new urban legend? Or are these accounts the truth? A truth that will test everything you believe in. Be warned, what you consider reality will be challenged by these events. Anthony Quinn, author of Finding Anna, The True Story of Teenage Violence. This is Brad Martin's June 2006 police statement regarding the incident. This statement was given before Brad was involuntarily committed to the Altoona Hospital's Behavioral Health Unit. Brad never left the hospital. He hung himself with a rope he constructed out of his bed sheet.
If you want the truth regarding the incident that happened on that spring night, then you came to the wrong fucking person. Thank God I decided to walk out before Anna's performance. So, I guess I won't be very fucking helpful. What I can tell you about is Anna. I wish I could tell you everything there is to know about her. Since the event, I have been obsessed with her. She was so shy and backward. Like a mouse, she was silent. Thin as a rail and awkward as a teen could be, Anna epitomized what a rough adolescence looked like. Behind thick-framed glasses and oily skin was an intelligent girl. She always enrolled into the advanced classes and always did very well. The only reason I know she did very well is because I used to look over her shoulder during tests, trying to sneak a few answers. She used to catch me looking but would bashfully smile and ignore the invasion of her academic privacy. When my tests came back with B+, I knew it was because of Anna. Well, or her lack of concern for my deviant behavior. Between classes were the worst times for Anna. It always seemed like the hallway sharks, as I like to call them, came out to feed on Anna. Taunts and barbed comments like, "Hey scarecrow bitch, come study my dictionary," and, "Anna, did your mom get your clothes from the dump?" Even Anna's personal life was held against her. Her mother worked at the recycling plant on Skyline Drive. The guys used to make sure that Anna knew her mother had a less than a lucrative occupation. Anna always stayed composed and took all insults with stride. It was as if she'd gotten her revenge on them in some way. It was like she knew something that the bullies did not. I guess that is why I liked Anna so much. Not just because of the free answers I got from her, but just the way she held herself in the face of adversity. I wish I could say that I got to know Anna more. At the time, I could see why my friend Tom liked Anna so much. You know, in an, "I want her as a girlfriend" way. But that was before we knew what the spring talent show had in store for us all. If I did know what was in store, I would have killed that crazy bitch myself. I would strangle the life out of her. Because of her, I can't sleep. Because of her, my friends are dead. Because of her, my college career never happened. It's hard to move 3 hours away from home when visions of this bitch haunt me in my sleep. After being put on this medication, the doctors say the dramatic shift into college life would make me unstable.
April 2005. Altoona High School music director Mr. Jeff Gates. Witness statement in the hospital. He supervised the spring talent show. He escaped the incident with minor injuries. Mr. Gates took an early retirement after the tragedy. He and his wife Stacy were moving to Arizona. Jeff and Stacy Gates were killed in a car accident leaving the city. The bodies were burned so bad that dental records were used to identify the bodies.
Hi, my name is Mr. Gates. I am the high school music director. You want to know what happened last night? I am not going to talk about it. None of it. Speaking frankly, I don't even know what I saw last night. I will leave it at that. I guess I can tell you a little about Anna. Well, Anna was such a sweet girl. I always caught her in the band room before, during, and after school. She was an amazing piano player. In fact, I would consider her a savant. When she sat down to play, it was as if time stopped for her music. Her fingers were like musical pistons driving a symphony of wonderful sounds. I wish I could have gotten her more interested in actually being in the band. When she would stop by and ask to play the school's piano, she always asked for permission. Like I could say no to her, I would try and talk to her about joining up. She would always give a shy no. She claimed to be very busy with work after school. I even called her mother for support in my plans in getting Anna in the band. Her mother would respectfully decline and say, "Anna is very busy with work after school." When I found out that Anna signed up for the spring talent show, I was so excited for her. Maybe she would realize how fulfilling it would be to play in front of an audience of people. Anna was not very respected in the high school hierarchy. This could be her chance to change all of that. Unfortunately, I was too right. Things did change. After the events of that night, I wish that I never knew Anna. In fact, I wish Anna was aborted from her mother's womb. To think she was capable of such pain is baffling to me. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I am sorry.
This is the end of part 1. If part 2 is uploaded at this time, listen to part 2 by clicking on the end card. Thanks for listening, folks. Please like, or dislike, share and subscribe. Also, don't forget to click the bell icon to receive notification when new videos are released. Leave a comment below if you have more to say, that just a like or dislike. While you are down there, leave a suggestion for what I should read in the future. Until next time, stay safe out there.